Hello! I am sure you are familiar with Tales by the Moonlight stories. Interesting and wonderful stories, right? Now let me introduce you to folk tales. Before we go on, do you have an idea of what folk tales are? You can pick your paper and pen to jot down. What are folk tales? Folk tales are traditional fictional stories. Stories that have been told again and again for generations. They are tales that people tell each other orally, and they explain the world around us. Sometimes they tell of real people and events. Societies tell us tales to pass along knowledge, history, and create unity. Moving ahead, let us find out the classes of folk tales that we have. They are fairy tales, myth, fables, tall tales, and origin tales. Each of them is unique, and we would explain each after the other. Firstly, fairy tales. Characters include magical elements such as dragons, fairies, goblins, magic elves, or giants. They are also known as wonder tales. In a typical fairy tale, a young person overcomes various obstacles and succeeds because of good qualities such as kindness or perseverance. Are you following? In fairy tales, princes, princesses, and palaces are the main actors. This is the most complex form of the folk tale. Just like your favorite cartoons like Cinderella, Sleeping Beauty, Jack, and the Beanstalk. Now, let's take a look at myth. Myths are associated with different religious beliefs. A myth is a story usually featuring a supernatural being or god or hero. The dominant characters in myths are deities, but the gods are the main focus. The myth of Prometheus, which explains how humans got fire. The Yoruba Orisha stories are typical examples. We move on to fables. Fables are simple traditional fiction that is employed to convey a message metaphorically. The main characters in fables are often animals, which act as people to pass messages to us. Fables often have a lesson attached. They are the oldest of all folk tales. You will know the Little Red Riding Hood, Tortoise and the Hare, the Lion and the Mouse. Next is tall tales. A tall tale is a story that is hard to believe. They may seem true, but they are exaggerated stories. Tall tales often explain the origins of lakes, mountains, and canyons. We have Peter Francisco, American Revolutionary War hero, Paul Bunyan, who eats 50 pancakes in 1 minute and dug the Grand Canyon with his axe. Lastly, let us look at origin tales. Origin tales tells us how things began. It tells us how the world came to be, why humans were put into it, death, evolution, and so on. Like the myth of why dogs are tame, why the sky is so high. All these you have learned are classes of folk tales. History of folk tales and more will be discussed in the next lesson. See you there.